I'm Jeff Altman, the big game hunter, and I coach people and organizations to play big. A lot of my work is an executive job search coach. I also do leadership and life coaching, have for a number of years now. And the question I received from someone basically translates into, can positive attitude beat experience in interviewing? Now, the question overall reads, I have professionally networked, done informational interviews, have had feedback on interviewing, cover letters, resumes, research target companies, really practiced interviewing for any flaws. Basically, Jeff, can a positive attitude beat experience? The prior was setting the stage for an interview. I'm just curious if you've ever seen it. Thanks. So, here's my answer. And the answer is yes. And the reason I say that is when I look at how firms evaluate, there are a number of different criteria that they use. Competence is the first one. Self-confidence, character, chemistry, charisma, all of which, kind of lead to personal leadership. Now, I know from experience that people, when they report to me, sometimes tell me about individuals that they're working with who are absolutely incompetent. They are awful at what they do. And it begs the question, how did this individual get hired in the first place, right? And the answer is really very simple. Someone liked them. Someone really liked them and was willing to give them a chance. Why did they like them? There's a million reasons. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, personality won out. Now, I also want to say that bad personality loses out, because no one wants to hire a depressed individual. No one wants to hire that arrogant, antagonistic person. There's a lot of negative personality types as well. So personality is an attribute that firms pay attention to. Now, I also want to say that I'm not a believer in firms evaluating for fit. My bugaboo about this historically has been no one is measuring with objective measures the internal staff to identify their personality characteristics and trying to use objective measures to blend an external resource with the internal staff. So I'm not a big believer in fit. I believe most interviewers kind of make surface level comparisons. It kind of reminds me of, or I like them, nonsensical things like that, and they take action based upon it. It's why statistically, firms, hiring managers have buyer's remorse certainly within 18 months of someone joining more than, I believe the number I saw was more than 65% of the time. So they're doing something wrong. And part of that is projecting personal attributes onto people who are on their best behavior. And let me just finish the thought. They're projecting attributes onto people who are on their best behavior. And they're doing it while they are on their best behavior. So no one's being real with one another most of the time, almost all of the time. As a result, each of you is presenting a fiction and making decisions based upon it. How could this ever possibly work out a lot? So again, I'm not a big believer in fit, but your question is, can a positive attitude beat experience in interviewing? I'll answer it absolutely, without a doubt. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman, the big game hunter. I'm the head coach for job search coaching, HQ.com. I do executive job search and leadership coaching as well as life coaching. I also am the head coach for NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. Hope you come over to the sites, go exploring, and have a fantastic day. Take care.